Okay, as always, we start with learning from others. And just a reminder, we don't have to agree with what we're hearing. We can still learn. We can still learn from someone we disagree with. So today I picked this reading from Dalai Lama. It is not enough to recognize that this is what is required, just as it is not enough simply to wish that love and compassion should increase in us. We have to make a sustained effort again and again to cultivate the positive aspects within us. And the key here is constant familiarity. The nature of human thoughts and emotions is such that the more you engage in them and the more you develop them, the more powerful they become. Therefore, we have to develop love and compassion consciously in order to enhance their strength. We are, in fact, talking about a way of cultivating habits that are positive. We do this through meditation. Okay, so let's go to the physical practice. So what did I hear from Dalai Lama? I heard he constantly comes back to love and compassion. And to what I'm hearing from Dalai Lama is that love and compassion, self-love and self-compassion are the keys to a successful life. And this might not come naturally, and it's something we have to cultivate. And what I focus on is going to grow. If I focus on anger and hate, that's going to grow. If I focus on love and compassion, that's going to grow. So that's where we have a choice. And I'm not hearing that we're going to completely disregard anger and hate, but I can choose where I want to focus, where I want to, how I want to focus. And then this is a practice that has to be repeated over and over again, just like we are repeating this practice over and over again every Wednesday. It's not like you can sign up for a 4-week class and then after 4 weeks you're done. No, this is a lifelong practice. And we've been doing this, I think, like 3 years now. Long time. And we're going to hopefully continue many, many more weeks and months and hopefully years. Okay, finding your seat, sitting up tall. Bring your awareness to your feet, maybe lift the heels, the toes, to start to bring your mind into your body. The mind can fly all over the place, and right now we want the mind to come into your body. The body is always in the present moment. And then maybe bring your awareness to your sitting bones. Notice those 2 sitting bones. And maybe today, the sitting bones can be an image for choice. So you have 2 sitting bones and you choose which one you want to focus on. Do you want to focus and cultivate love and compassion or anger and hate? That's up to you. That's your choice. And then if you want to place your hand on top of the head, finding the crown of the head, and maybe reach your crown of the head up into your fingers. The pit of the belly goes in and up and gives you internal support to grow. Just a slight tuck in the chin. And then breathe. Notice the inhale, notice the exhale. Maybe place your hands on your rib cage today. And then notice how on the inhale, the flexible rib cage is widening. And on the exhale, it moves back closer to the spine. So on the inhale, notice how the rib cage is expanding. And on the exhale, it's moving closer to the spine. Try that on your own a few more times. And then release. Place your hands on your knees and then starting the cat-cow movement. So this is a habit that we cultivate. Many, people that has been on this earth way before us have for thousands of years come up with these movements and shown us that they are useful. So we can agree with them or we can disagree. We can try them and then we can decide if this is useful to us. Exhale and round your back. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale and round. You can move slowly or you can move fast. That's up to you. And then eventually finding your way back to neutral. Maybe bring your awareness back to your sitting bones. Notice those two sitting bones. And then remind yourself that you have a choice. You can focus on the left or you can focus on the right. That's up to you. They're both there, but you choose what you want to focus on. Okay, blinking, bubbling stars. Look at those hands. For so many years, they've helped you to take action and create things. All the way up, clasp the hands, turn them over, straighten the elbows, breathe. And really try to straighten those elbows. And then turn and release the arms out. Look behind you. Maybe bring your awareness to your big toes, the base of your big toes. Push into the ground with your big toes and keep the knees hip width apart. And then release. Lift the shoulders a few times. And then look at your hands. Open and close, open and close. All the way up, clasp the hands, turn them over, straighten the elbows. Breathe. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. And then release, open up to the other side, look behind you. The base of your big toes are still pushing into the floor. And the fingertips are reaching away from each other. Elbows are straight. And then release. Lift the shoulders a few times. Okay. Now, Look at your fingers. Look at your fingers. Now, dip the fingers into paint. Dip the fingers into paint. And then draw a picture of anger and hate. What does anger and hate look like? And then release. And then look at your left hand. Pick a color. And then draw a picture of love and compassion. Love and compassion. What does love and compassion look like to you? And release. And then bringing arms in cactus. And then going from side to side. Here, you could imagine this movement as choice making. Do you want to go to anger and hate? Or do you want to go to love and compassion? They all exist, but where do you want to put your focus? Where is your focus right now, and where do you want it to be? And then if you want to make a change, to start focusing more on one side, how are you going to get there? What do you need to do to get there? And release. Now place the feet wide, so a wide and stable stance, a wide and stable stance. And when we have that wide and stable stance, we can explore both sides with curiosity. We can go deep into anger and hate, and we can go deep into love and compassion and really explore what is beyond that anger and hate. What is beyond the love and compassion, and learn from both sides. So going deep with a wide and stable stance, I can go deep into strong emotions on either side. And then I can explore other emotions too. And with a curious mind, I can go beyond the emotion and see what is going on really. And then find your way back to neutral. Imagine how you're jumping your feet together. So jump the feet together and land in Tadasana. Okay. Now look at your toes. Look at your right toes. Imagine how you're dipping your toes in ink. And then write a story about anger and hate. Write a story about anger and hate. And then step out wide, elbows and knees, fingertips together, lengthen the spine, breathe. And then release the hands down, drop the head, let the head be heavy. Inhale, come back up. And then place that foot on top of the knee. Use your fingers to open up the toes. Open up the toes. Gently guide that knee out wide. Seated pigeon. What does a pigeon that's angry and hateful look like? What does a pigeon that's angry and hateful look like? And then bring the knees together. Whatever leg is on top, that arm goes under. Give yourself a hug. And then start imagining an eagle. So find your eagle, your seated eagle. And maybe imagine yourself as that eagle. Your fingertips are the feathers going up towards the sky. You can look up with your eyes. The chin is still tucked, slightly tucked. Looking up with your eyes. And then allow the wings to reach up high, spread out, spread out, spread out your wings, and then land on top of the next mountain. Look at your left toes. Dip the toes in ink, and then write a story about love and compassion. What does that story tell? And then step out wide, elbows to knees, fingertips together. Breathe. And then place the left hand on the floor, or if you need a block, you can always bring, you can bring the floor up higher if that's helpful to you. The right hand on the right knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, look up towards the sky and push into your hands to deepen the twist. And then release. Let the head be heavy. Inhale, come back up. And then place the other hand on the floor or on the block. Left hand on the left knee. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, look up towards the sky. Push into your hands to deepen the twist. And then release. Inhale, come back up. And then place the left foot on the right knee. Use your fingers to open up the toes. Open up the toes. Gently guide that left knee out. And then imagine, what does a pigeon look like that's filled with love and compassion? What does that pigeon look like? And then slide the knees together, whatever leg is on top, that arm goes under, give yourself a hug. And then finding eagle, your version of eagle on the other side. So the chin is slightly tucked to lengthen the neck. You can look up with your eyes. Fingertips are moving up towards the sky. Maybe imagine your hands like feathers, or fingers as feathers. And then when you're ready, if you're ready, let those wings go up high and spread your wings wide and land on top of the next mountain. Okay, blinking, bubbling stars again. Blinking, bubbling stars all the way up. Clasp the hands, turn them over, breathe. Now, imagine your arms as wings. Allow them to spread out wide and then go fly. Go flying. Where would you like to go? Where would you like to go? And then turn the palms up and then exhale and dive down. Inhale, fly up high. Exhale, dive down deep. Inhale, fly up high. Exhale, dive deep. And then bring the arms behind your back. And then stay there. And imagine your wings have been flying you all over the world for a long time. They might be sore and bruised. So imagine your breath as healing water, and allow that healing water to soften and heal and smooth out any bruises and soreness. Allow your breath to heal and soften. And then release. Okay. Now I'm gonna build some strength in the legs. So bring the heels a little closer. Inhale, come up to standing, and then pick a number. I'll pick 11. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, one more time. Pick a different number. I'll pick 7 this time. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, and then come up to standing, and then we're going to stay standing. Blinking, bubbling stars all the way up. Clasp the hands, turn them over, straighten the elbows. Breathe. And then start some side bending, shifting the weight from one foot to the other. And then reach and reach and reach and reach. And then release the arms down, let them go. Let the arms go. Maybe bend the knees. Let the arms go. Let the arms go. And then bring the arms in cactus. Some twisting. And then knee to elbow. Knee to elbow. And then crossing the midline. And then finding the position of power. Position of power. And then lifting the leg out wide or out to the side to engage the outer hips. And then lift. No, lean and lift. Lean and lift. Breathe. Notice how the external hip is working hard here. Both external hips are actually working hard. And then lean and lift to the other side. And really feel how those external hips are working hard to keep you balanced. Okay. And then wake up the front of the legs and the back of the legs. Okay. Now you have a choice. So we're going to push something away that we want less of to create space for something that we want more of. So we're going to push away anger and hate. So we're going to push away anger and hate. So imagine anger and hate. Imagine it. And then push it away, push it away, push it away, push it away. And it's going to be so hard to resist because it's going to want to come back in. And you're going to notice it's going to come back in. And as soon as you notice that it's going to come, that it's coming back in, you're going to push it away again. Push it away, push it away. And maybe you even have to use your legs to push that anger and hate away. And eventually you have created enough space so you can allow love and compassion to fill that space instead. Okay, now let's celebrate that with 3 sun salutations. And here you have another choice. You can start with your feet hip distance apart or with big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. That's up to you. Okay, inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, down the midline. That was 1. 2 more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, down the midline. That was 2. 1 more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. And then stay there holding your own heart with love and compassion. What does love, self-love and self-compassion look like to you? How does it feel? And release. Okay, big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Inhale to chair posture. Exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight to the left, right heel comes off. Take a big step back. Find the earth behind you with the toes and then the heel. Now, both hip bones are pointing forward and the shoulders are too. So everything is square facing the front. When you have that foundation, bring the hands off the chair and come up to warrior one. And you might feel some stretching in the front of your right leg. You might feel something in your back or another place in your body. Add some blinking, bubbling stars. Place your hands in your back pockets. Bring your elbows together. Stay there. Breathe. And then slowly transfer the weight forward. Pick up that back leg. The toes are pointing down. The opposite hand lifts. You can stay here or you can extend. You can add motion or movement, or you can take the bind. Whatever works for you, whatever you need today. And then release back down and find your way to Tadasana, mountain posture. Inhale to chair. Exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight to the right, left heel comes off. Take a big step back, find the earth with the toes and then the heel. Both hip bones and shoulders are pointing forward. They're square forward. When you have that, take your hands off the chair to create warrior one. Everything is pointing forward. So sometimes this happens. So you want to bring the front hip back and the back hip forward to square off. Add some blinking, bubbling stars. Place your hands in your back pockets. Breathe. And then transfer the weight forward, pick up that back leg, let the toes go down or point down. Opposite hand comes off. You can stay here, you can extend. You can add movement. You can take the bind, whatever works for you, whatever you need today. Every day is going to be different. So you make a choice. And then release the feet back together, bend the knees and come back up. Stand. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight to the left, right heel comes off. Take a big step back. Open up the pelvic half for warrior two this time. One arm in the past, the other one in the future, and you are right here in the present moment. Flip the front hand, reverse the warrior. Transfer the weight elbow to knee, long line of energy from the back foot all the way up through the fingertips. Can you feel that long line of energy? Back to warrior two. Hands on your hips, straighten the knee, release the hand down for Trikonasana. If you want to, slowly bring your gaze up towards the sky. Maybe let the arm follow. Hand comes down, gaze comes down. Rebend the front knee, find warrior two again. Hands on the chair, pick up that back foot, look at your toes. Now the same hand comes off the chair. Maybe all the way up. Hand comes down, gaze comes down, feet together, back to Tadasana. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra, transfer the weight to the right, left heel comes off. Take a big step back, open up the pelvic half for warrior two. One arm in the past, the other one in the future. You are right here in the present moment. Flip the front hand, reverse the warrior. Transfer the weight, elbow to knee. Find that long line of energy from the back foot to the fingertips. So from the back foot all the way up to the fingertips. Long line of energy. Come back to warrior two. Hands on your hips, straighten the front knee, release the hand down, finding Trikonasana. If you want to, you can let the gaze travel on the floor and the wall and maybe all the way up towards the sky. You can let the arm go. No rush. Arm comes down, gaze comes down. Rebend that front knee, finding warrior two one more time. Hands on the chair, pick up that back foot, look at the toes. Maybe take the same hand off the chair, maybe all the way up towards the sky. Still looking at the toes. Hand comes down, gaze comes down, feet together. Bend the knees and come back up to standing. Okay, starting in Tadasana, big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. If you want to place your hands on your hip bones, so we want the hip bones to stay leveled. Transfer the weight to the left, right heel comes off. So sometimes we drop the hip here, yeah? So keep the hands on your hips, stay tall, bring the heel off, and the hip bones are still at the same level. So you can try that if you want. And then from here, you can create whatever balancing posture that you enjoy today. Could be tree posture. It could be, I don't know the name of this, but it could be this posture. Or anything else that you would like to explore. And then eventually finding your way back to mountain. Okay, hands back on the hip bones. Transfer the weight to the right, left heel comes up, and the hip bones stay the same. And then create your balancing posture. And then eventually finding your way back to Tadasana. Feet are wider than your hips. Spread the toes. Imagine that triangle and the knees. So the knees come a little closer and the top of the triangle is in front of the knees. Stay there. Allow the toes to open up. Look at your right thumb. Pick a color. Draw a big circle, and maybe let the thumb connect with the heel. Release. And then look at the left thumb. Pick a color, draw a big circle, let the thumb connect with the heel. Look at both thumbs. Pick a color, draw a big circle, and place your hands in your back pockets. Bring awareness to your heart space. What does your heart desire? And then release. Untuck the toes, bring the knees wide, big toes to touch, hips to heels, and then find child posture. What does your inner child need? Inhale, come back up. Clasp the hands. Create that stable triangle with 4 corners, like the base of a triangle. Tuck the toes, engage the core, lean into your support, lift the knees, walk towards the chair, armpits move towards your legs for dolphin posture. And then bend your knees and come back up to standing. Okay, so let's continue with the meditation. So I'm going to read the words from Dalai Lama again, and then we have about 10 minutes to reflect upon his words. It is not enough to recognize that this is what is required, just as it is not enough simply to wish that love and compassion should increase in us. We have to make a sustained effort again and again to cultivate the positive aspects within us. And the key here is constant familiarity. The nature of human thoughts and emotions is such that the more you engage in them and the more you develop them, the more powerful they become. Therefore, we have to develop love and compassion consciously in order to enhance their strength. We are, in fact, talking about a way of cultivating habits that are positive. We do this through meditation. Okay, so let's do this. Sit up tall, maybe move your feet, hands on your knees, pit of the belly goes in and up. Bring your awareness to your breathing. The chin is slightly tucked, crown of the head is moving up. You can keep your eyes closed or slightly open with a low gaze. And then I'm going to be quiet for about 9-10. Here we go. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, move your head from side to side. Take a deep breath in, let it go. Place your hands in Anjali Mudra, holding your own heart in between your hands with love and compassion. Thank your inner guides, your past, present, and future teachers, and all the people that are joining you on this journey. Open your eyes, raise your gaze, and thank you so much for joining me this morning and practicing together. Namaste.